Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Haley and welcome to Spooky Friday. Spooky Friday? Are we doing Spooky Friday? I don't know. Last week in the comment section, you guys loved calling it Spooky Friday. I think Spooky Friday might stick. If you guys have a better name for this series, please let me know in the comments down below. But regardless of what we're calling it, let's get into today's video. So in today's video, we are going to be reading some of the shortest and scariest true stories from Reddit. So I've recently gotten into the Reddit app, and by recently I mean last night. I've been avoiding Reddit for quite some time because I know there is some pretty messed up stuff on there. It can be an amazing search and resource tool, but it can also be a deep, scary hole of scariness. So I decided to dive in today, and we are going to just be talking about some of the scariest things that people have either experienced or know that people that they know have experienced. Now, in terms of scary stories, this isn't paranormal, this isn't crime. Well, I mean, it kind of is. It's kind of crime related, but I wanted to step away from the paranormal world this week just to give myself a little bit of a spiritual breather, if that makes sense. So I wanted to dive into something a little bit different. And if you guys like these sort of crime type videos, then please let me know and I'm happy to do more. I'm fascinated by serial killers and, you know, unsolved murders. So if you guys would like to see more of that, then please let me know. Without further ado, let's jump right in. I lived in an apartment in Marina del Rey, California. 9 years ago, just before Halloween, a third-floor balcony was decorated with a prop of a dead man slumped over in a chair. Okay, cool. For a few days, every time I'd come home, I'd look up and think how cool looking it was and wonder why they didn't have lights shining on it at night. After a few days, people realized it was actually the resident of the apartment who killed himself. I was looking at a corpse, thinking how cool it was. You guys, my palms are sweating. I've got chills up and down my arms. Could you imagine that? Yuck. That's terrifying. That is terrifying. Back in 2000, I believe, I was in 5th grade living in California, and it was late at night. My family was just at the house, and suddenly there was a huge banging on the door that just kept going like someone was scared. My dad went to answer it, and it was a lady that just came in. I was pretty young and don't remember all the details, but apparently she was saying that there was a guy on a horse chasing her, trying to either kill her or something. My family was being nice but skeptical, until they saw a man on a horse outside the house. Horses aren't exactly that common to see out and about, even though there are a few places that have them. I could only imagine what the lady was going through. She even came back a few days later and thanked my dad with flowers and said that he saved her life. Okay, so I know these aren't so far like super gory, scary. Well, I mean, seeing the dead body on the balcony, like that's pretty gross, but like, yeah, imagine if that family hadn't answered the door. Like, that is really terrifying. And just to see the man on the horse outside of the house, like, ew. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, this one's really short. My great aunt was buried alive, first of all, ew, when she was only in her 20s. That's really sad. The casket was brought up when the cemetery had to be relocated. The casket had broken and she was upside down. Claw marks everywhere inside the casket. Ew. Oh, you guys, that is so yucky. Ah! Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Oh my God. Okay. So a couple comments down, I'm just reading it on my laptop, but a couple comments down it says, I'm gonna invent a little coffin button that says press if buried alive, which sends out a radio message to, and then it cuts off. But yeah, how smart is that? That is absolutely terrifying, you guys. I'm claustrophobic if you don't know, so the thought of being buried alive, like, ugh, gross. No thank you. That one's really eerie. Oh. Okay, here we go, guys. Here's the next one. A guy I know is a boat mechanic. So one Saturday, he's on all alone in the shop doing some work on a boat, and suddenly he comes to and he's on the ground. He knew there was water under the boat he'd been working on, so he assumes he'd been electrocuted. He's vaguely aware of someone behind him. So he starts yelling, "Help, help, I've been electrocuted." And he hears whoever is behind him leave. He keeps yelling, and eventually a guy in a neighboring business hears him and comes to his aid. When he's at the hospital, he finds out he wasn't electrocuted. Someone had hit him on the back of his head with his own mallet. Nothing was stolen from the shop. Meaning someone who was never caught was just walking by and spontaneously decided to hit him on the back of the head with a mallet for no reason. I just think it's so creepy. Okay, so that one absolutely terrifies me, not only because like someone causing physical harm to somebody and then leaving and not helping them, but just the fact that there are people out there in the world who would just spontaneously hurt somebody for no reason. Like the psychology behind that just really grosses me out. Like, oh, I don't know, you guys. That really, really terrifies me. Alright, you guys, so those right there are some of the scariest true stories on Reddit. If you guys have anything that you would like me to talk about, I know that I'm definitely going to be diving into a couple well-known unsolved murder cases, such as the Black Dahlia case. If you guys want to see more of that or have any suggestions or requests on what you want me to talk about, then please let me know in the comments down below. If you guys are a fan of Spooky Friday, I guess we're going with Spooky Friday, I don't know. If you guys are a fan of Spooky Friday though, please let me know, just because then it motivates me to do more. So there you go, guys. That concludes today's video. I just wanted to give you guys a little taste of some scary stuff. This week is a pretty busy week for me, so I'll be back next week with some more spooky content. Hopefully something with a little bit more meat to it to really freak you out and stop you from sleeping at night, because don't we all love that? If you guys like this video and you guys are a fan of Spooky Friday, please let me know in the comments down below. Send me some requests or some suggestions on what you'd like me to film for Spooky Friday. I love doing these types of videos. I definitely have to be in the correct headspace, because when you are dealing with things that are dark or spiritually yucky, then you need to make sure you are in a good, positive headspace, knowing that you are of light and love and all of that stuff. If you guys would like me to talk more about that, then please let me know, because I know lots about it, and I feel like I'm pretty good with all that, so I can talk about that as well. But please let me know what you guys want to see from me. I'm happy to do anything from unsolved murders to serial killers to spiritually yucky stuff to conspiracy theories. So if you guys want to see anything like that, please let me know and I'll be happy to do that for you. Please check out last week's Spooky Friday video. I will link that down below so you guys can see it, and I'll also link down below all of my paranormal storytime videos so you guys can sort of see what has been going on with me in the last few months. And with that being said, stay safe, stay positive, and meditate. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.